Deputies have arrested more than 170 sex offenders, including an ROTC instructor. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is live for us at the Sheriff's Office in Ybor City with the details. Jeff.
Good evening, Jen and Keith. Well, Sheriff Chad Chronister says some of the individuals arrested are scary for all of the wrong reasons because they put children's lives at risk. This is video from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office as deputies tried to arrest 34-year-old Can Tran. Sheriff Chad Chronister says Tran thought he was on his way to pay for sex with a 15-year-old child, but got spooked and ran when he saw deputies.
But their pursuit to arrest this individual was endless.
The Sheriff's Office aviation unit caught up with Tran, capturing these images as he tried to run.
He's overturned upside down in the median.
Deputies arrested him a short time later.
Unlock the car door!
They also arrested 57-year-old Robert Hess, a junior ROTC instructor at Chamberlain High School, now charged with human trafficking for commercial sexual activity with a minor.
He agreed to meet our undercover detective, who he thought was a 15-year-old child, and pay $140 to have protected sex for 30 minutes.
Put your hands up. Do not move.
2 other men were arrested and now charged with trafficking a 17-year-old for sex. The sheriff says more than 170 people have been arrested as part of Operation Unmasking Predators to keep Halloween safe for children.
As you could imagine, our efforts will be ramped up leading into tomorrow night. There will have an extremely large covert and overt presence out there tomorrow night.
Sheriff Chronister tells us that teams of deputies have also gone out to contact all of the registered sex offenders in the county to let them know they cannot take part in any Halloween activity that has children involved. Live in Ybor City, Jeff Patterson, 8 on your side.
Sheriff Al Nienhuis says they have a monster on their hands. And just in a week and a half, they have identified 8 victims, and they do believe there are more out there. So a statewide task force has been created. The sheriff says these victims are mainly ages 3 to 10 and both girls and boys.
It makes you sick to your stomach. It makes you want to cry for these victims, and it certainly enrages you.
He believes Nathan Holmberg has been prowling the state for at least a decade in Hernando, Pinellas, and Pasco County, along with the Jacksonville area.
That this person worked as a babysitter or a nanny. We have information that he volunteered as a coach.
Holmberg had a previous arrest and charge in 2012 for capital sexual battery. He pled guilty to child abuse and was sentenced to 5 years probation.
And he was not designated as a sexual offender, and of course not as a sexual predator, so he was not on anybody's radar.
He was put on the sheriff's office radar after the sheriff says a Good Samaritan came forth with shocking evidence, so they obtained his cell phone.
So we have 8 total victims so far just on that cell phone. Is 650 pictures or videos. About 100 of those are videos of child sexual abuse material.
Holmberg is facing 3 counts of capital sexual battery and 1 count of production of child pornography. He is behind bars without bond.
We have a real-life monster.
In a search warrant for his home, the sheriff says they found 30 additional devices they have to go through.
The scary part is we're only at the tip of the iceberg.
The sheriff's office wants to encourage people not to put anything out there that could identify a possible victim. Instead, they have created a special tip line. I will have all of that information posted on our website at WFLA.com. If you know someone that you think could be a possible victim, contact that tip line. In Hernando County, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
Pinellas Park police arrested a daycare worker after the facility, as well as the child's mother, claimed child abuse. The alleged victim, a 1-year-old little girl. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur has more on this story for us tonight. She's joining us live from that daycare. Georgia.
Keith, and it was quite the emotional day as a daycare worker stands accused of abusing a child here at Fundamentally Early Learning Center. Today in court, not only did the judge hear from the suspect's family, she also heard from the victim's mom, who was in tears. True Brooks is just 1 year old. Her mom, Kiara Wilson, says she attended Fundamentals Early Learning Center in Pinellas Park for daycare services. But Monday, she got a call she says no mom should get.
Yesterday, I got a call roughly around, I'll say 12:40-ish, about my daughter being hit by her teacher.
The victim's mom says when she picked her daughter up, she noticed bruises on her face and stomach. She says the facility then instructed her to contact police after they showed her what happened.
We went to All Children's Hospital. They examined her, seeing that she had bulging on one side of her stomach and that the left side of her face had a scar also.
Pinellas Park police say Kathleen Curdy was arrested for harming the toddler.
Just to see that my daughter was harmed by someone who I left her in care with, thinking that, you know, they would do right by my child.
Today in court, Curdy appeared before a judge in an orange jumpsuit.
Ms. Curdy, you are charged with child abuse. That is a third-degree felony.
I don't want her to have a bond at all. My child is very hurt.
The suspect's mom also spoke, denying what happened, but pleading for compassion.
Kathleen has a lot of post-traumatic stress in her life. She's been diagnosed with it, and these kids are the loves of her life.
The judge ultimately set the bond at $20,000 and a no-contact order for the victims.
I don't even want to put my daughter in daycare anymore. Like, honestly, I want to stay home with her.
And the daycare center issued us the following statement. In part, quote, the staff immediately terminated the employee and turned over the footage to authorities. And they are cooperating with investigators pending the outcome of this investigation. Reporting live in Pinellas Park, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.
Neighbors in that area tell us it was an unthinkable tragedy, and FHP is calling it an accident. Troopers tell us that it all started when a 2-year-old wandered out of their house. Mom and Dad didn't realize they were gone until it was too late.
I don't know, man. It's messed up.
Dozens of first responders, from Florida Highway Patrol to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office to the medical examiner, swarming a residential street in Pinellas County after FHP says a 2-year-old was hit and killed by this white pickup truck around 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Like, I have 2 little girls. I didn't want to see that at all. And I didn't really think it was too much that I could have done to help. I'm pretty sure it was a little girl.
Neighbors living along 49th Avenue North say their street is oftentimes used as a high-speed cut-through to avoid traffic.
I knew. It was only a matter of time. I'm not surprised at all.
Greg Parrott lives less than 10 feet from the crash site. He claims this busy road often turns into a playground for young children.
If they could walk to 6 years old, 3 to 6 years old, they were running, chasing each other all the time.
No parents?
No parents. I walked and looked, no parents, unsupervised.
For about 5 hours, deputies interviewed witnesses and gathered evidence. All the while, people living here looked on in horror, praying for the family that just lost a toddler.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, man. I don't know how these guys are feeling. I know it's because no one just expects that to happen. And just out of the blue like that, man, it's beyond tragic.
Now, Jen, Keith, the Florida Highway Patrol has not yet released the identity of the 2-year-old child that passed away in this tragic and unthinkable accident. It does look like the driver of the pickup truck stayed on scene and is working with local law enforcement. We're live in Pinellas County tonight. Ryan Arbogast, 8 on your side.
We are getting a look at booking video in Pinellas County that on its face looks pretty run-of-the-mill, but the sheriff says what happened before and after these moments cost 4 detention employees their jobs. In fact, today the sheriff called their conduct reprehensible. News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker joins us live in Tampa tonight. Marilyn, the former inmate we saw in that video, her treatment sparked an internal affairs investigation, right?
Yes, she had some concerns when several of those jail employees came into her cell and showed her an inappropriate picture of herself. She was worried that the photo would spread amongst them and others. The sheriff says due to these deputies' misconduct, that's exactly what happened. Surveillance from the Pinellas County Jail shows deputies helping a woman put on pants. The woman, arrested for disorderly intoxication, sat in a transport van for more than 3 hours, waiting to be processed.
We told you to cooperate. Scaring her? No, and I didn't cooperate?
Once inside, jail employees accused the woman of being uncooperative, intimidating staff, and not answering questions. Sheriff Bob Gualtieri says that wasn't the case.
I've watched the video. The woman was not uncooperative. She was intoxicated, and some of her reactions were slowed because of it.
They put her in a cell and left her in the handcuffs. She's seen bending over several times, and the sheriff says it's to urinate in the floor drain. Though she's not near the drain when a deputy notices her from the main computer monitor.
Oh, look what you're doing. Look what you're doing.
The sheriff says that's Deputy Catherine Cantrell pulling out her cell phone to take a picture. This becomes a joke to the employees.
That's what we looked at. Oh. They got me with it. They were like, is she? I looked in and that's what I saw. Like,
according to the sheriff office charge sheet, Lieutenant Jason Franjezovic directed a subordinate to print out a screenshot of the inmate.
Are you done? I don't think she's doing it. Are you going to show us? I certainly am.
Inside the cell, the employees try speaking with the woman. They tell her she was not cooperating with their commands, but she said she had no recollection of that.
I would love to have you go down there. No, I don't have to walk in there and fight. That's you. Your hands down and your butt. I was trying to go. Look up there, sir. We have video and audio evidence of what occurred.
Well, the sheriff saw it all and fired these 4 employees Wednesday.
Disgusted, let down. You know, it's awful that people would treat other human beings like this.
Now, another deputy was fired for an unrelated incident that happened in August. We're told by the sheriff that the deputy sprayed Lysol in the face of an inmate with mental health issues. That deputy also took that Lysol can and slammed it against that inmate's hand. We're told that the department will not be pursuing criminal charges, and that deputy was terminated yesterday. We're live in Tampa tonight. Marilyn Parker, 8 on your side.